Hi there, and welcome to your math lesson for today. Today's math lesson is a simple lesson, and I think that you will, simple in that it just has a few parts to it, but take your time to answer the questions carefully. I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to continue on what we started yesterday for our math activities. What I mean by that is you're going to be using the same 2 pages and you're going to do some further activities on the same ones. Hopefully you didn't work ahead because I'm really wanting you to pace yourself through this. If you need to have extra extension activities this week, that makes a lot of sense. We're going to ease into it. It's a lighter load for this week. Maybe you have an extra activity book that you like to use at home, or pull out those board games and play them. Those are great math activities to do as well. And so this is Bellwork page 21, continuing. And I know that I did copy page 21 all the way to page 26 sorry, 25 for you. And but I just want you to do the activities that I ask you to do, as I want you to just take your time and learn the different concepts slowly with the class. So the first activity that you're going to do is a story problem, and you need to read through the words that are in the story, looking for information that would be helping you to solve the question at the end. So read through each of the sentences, and you need to not just write the answer. I'll say that again. Please do not only write the answer. You need to write or show your work. So you need to either write the full number sentence if you like to do that, or you can use counters to show your work. So you need to show your work and show your answer. So don't just show your work without including the answer. So use pictures, numbers, words to show your work and record your answer. Then there are 3 add-ins in this addition equation. It's missing its answer though. So you need to fill in the bubble or this beside the number that answers this or completes this equation. And then again, you're going to, you'll see that there's 3 add-ins for the second question. Again, fill in the bubble that is beside the number that completes this equation. Now our next activity is a little bit of a different one, and I'm going to take a little bit of time to explain it to you. Do you remember when we were working with sorting and we used Venn diagrams? Venn diagrams were those 2 circles that overlapped together, creating a middle section that would include both rules. So if you had one rule that said, write everyone in your class that is, write their name that is wearing a t-shirt. So they go in that one circle. So everyone who was wearing a t-shirt that day would go in that circle. And then the other circle would include maybe a rule that said, write everyone's name in the class that's wearing shoes that have tie-up laces. And then everyone in the middle section, the overlapping part of those 2 rules would be writing the people's names that is true for both rules, that they are wearing a t-shirt and they're wearing tie-up shoes. So their names would be in the middle, the overlapping one. Well, today's activity is using that same idea, but taking it a step further. Instead of 2 overlapping circles, there are multiple ovals that are overlapping. Now I'm just going to show you, this is the title of the page, Counting Colors. And I put a box over the activity A because I already explained that in a different video. So this is activity B. That's a set for our activities for today. Activity B. It says use red, blue, and yellow to make brown in this activity. But first, you need to notice that there are 3 overlapping ovals. An oval is a stretched out circle, and it's closed. In this circle, this oval, it has 2 ends that are all by themselves. So this one, if it has red in this section, it's only red. That would be true for the opposite side. So it's the same oval. Do you see that? And so what would be in this section here? What would this section be colored? You're right. It would also be colored only red. That's true for other ovals too, but they are not, this section is not red. It would be what's opposite of that in the same oval. So when the lines overlap, you have to train your eye to focus on what oval it is. So not to get confused in the maze of lines. And this oval here, it's at an angle also, and it has yellow at the one end, and so it would be also true for the opposite end. So this is kind of an art mixed with math here. Okay, so we're looking at color patterns that follow a rule that we follow a sorting rule. Now comes the next part. We are not using this rule at the top yet. Wait for that. Okay, so when you mix red and blue, you get a secondary color. What is that secondary color that you get when you mix red and blue? Purple. So this triangle kind of shape, it's not actually a true triangle because it has curved edges, but this 3-sided figure is colored purple. Next, we have blue overlapping with yellow in this section. What is the color that is made up from blue and yellow mixed? Green. Now, over here, remember this, we already said this section is red. What do we get when we mix red and yellow in this section? Orange. And now remember this section here is blue. So again, we have red and blue mixing in this section. Remember what it was there. And in this section here, we have yellow. So again, we have blue and yellow mixing. It would be same section, same as this one. What was that again? Green. And this section here, we have red. We can read it there. This would be yellow. And this would be a mixture of red and yellow. What is that color? Orange. The middle. What do we know about the overlapping middle of Venn diagrams? Remember the 2 circles? What did we remember about the middle section of the 2 circles? Both rules have to be true. So in this middle, all of the rules have to be the same, have to be true. It has to be true for all the rules have to be blended in this middle. So all of the colors have to be blended to make it true. Well, it says up here, back to this, use red, blue, and yellow to make brown. So the middle section will be brown. Okay, very good. So that's this beautiful, I'm sure that's going to be a beautiful looking shape when you are done coloring that. Make sure to scan it or take a picture of it and submit it in the Google Classroom on the assignment for today. All right, so I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. There is more to come for tomorrow, so enjoy your day. Bye-bye.